Hello, everyone, and welcome to For the Minions, a weekly update on all of your favorite post-Paragon MOBAs. I am your host, Blake Shelton. Joining me, as always, is Catwoman and the evil Buzz Lightyear. Shout out to Agent for that one. That shit was hilarious. So joining me, as always, is, of course, Mandy Bowell and Arrg the Pirate. Arrg the Pirate, how are you doing? How did your week go, my friend?
Not too bad. It's been a good week. Well, kid got strep throat. I've been telling everybody it's the flu because I don't know how to spell that word. But yeah, she's coming along. But it's been a good week. Made that little animation. Been a lot of fun. But what about you, Mandy? How was your week?
It was good. I just worked a lot, so not too much exciting there.
Yeah,
Working and gaming, that's life.
That's
Working
life.
and gaming, that's right.
All right, so for this week, we have, of course, our news and updates for the games, as always. And then for the interview portion this time, we're going to branch out a little bit and talk about Kingshunt from Vaki Games. If you guys aren't aware of that game, we kind of want to put the word out there and let you guys know what's going on with that. Then after that, Mandy proposed a conversation that we have talk about the good things from version .42 in Paragon. Spoiler alert, we couldn't think of too many good things about it. Surprise there. And then we have some viewer suggestions from one of the other videos that we'll go over. And then we'll have chill time. If you're watching this right now, this is pre-recorded. But after the recording is over, we'll hang out with chat and have chill time. So let's get to the news and updates. For this week, for Meta Buff, we actually we didn't have anything. We actively reach out to these companies and try and get some updates for you guys, but MetaBuff just didn't have anything this week. So, core fans, we apologize, but we didn't get anything from them. So I guess we'll just move straight on to Omeda and Predecessor, which had a lot of updates actually. So let's get into that. So for Omeda, they were working on the Muriel animations. We have a little clip of her ultimate. Oh my God, does it look good?
Dude, it does.
You guys saw that, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, man, like, I could be wrong. Like, I played a lot of Muriel, but it'd been a while. It's been a little bit. But that looks like better than the Paragon version, right? Like, all the particle effects. Yes. Like, holy crap, he did some work on that. Oh, man, I showed him that stupid little clip that I made, and he shows me that, and it's like, oh, I see. Yeah, but it looks awesome. That looks so good, man.
What do you think about Muriel now, Mandy?
Yeah. Still the worst support in the game?
No, I should have said if people didn't know how to play her, she was not a good player. It was not her, it's the players. Yes, she is looking beautiful. That was like jaw-dropping when I saw it.
Yeah, that's something about Paragon that Smite lacks. Paragon, the effects and the sound effects and just the visual representation of everything made you feel like you were doing something cool. Like smash and grab is like raw smash and grab.
Exactly.
Muriel's ultimate. I think that Predecessor with that ultimate, just that little clip that we have that they're not even finished with, they've kind of captured the grandeur of doing something special with Muriel. If they can keep that up, they're going to have that X factor that made Paragon great. And if they can do that, then Predecessor is going to be just as good as Paragon, if not better.
That's exactly right. You know, in that video that I made over Smite, where I was like, kind of saying why I'm stepping away from Smite, that's the one thing I said. Like in Paragon, when you were Murdoch shooting your gun, you felt like you were shooting your gun. And in Smite, when you were playing Raw and snipe somebody with this laser, you push a button and some lights happen. You know, it's you felt like you were in the game, and they really capture that. And from just that ultimate, yeah, you're kind of like, dude, that's good. That's good.
So what else do we have for Omeda? We have they're working on the card shop, making it just where you can just instantly click the cards and put them into your inventory, which is kind of a small thing, but it's it's progress.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's one really cool thing about what Sergeant Smokey's doing over there is like every little thing he is keeping us updated about, and it's just cool to know. It's like, oh yeah, good idea. Like I want to be able to just double click and equip a card or whatever. And like he's such a cool guy. The more I interact with him, the more I'm really rooting for them over there at Omeda.
Yeah, he definitely is. jumps in the chat and comes and hangs out with us fat nerds. Like, it's awesome.
Cool, dude.
The other big thing from Omega Studios, they released a little teaser. It was very short, but it was a little teaser of their map, their 5v5 map, and I think that kind of dispels a certain misconception people have. People see Smokey working on that 2-lane map whenever he's doing his stream. That's not the map they're going for. Everybody loved Legacy, and you know, Metabuff with Core is working on a very Legacy style map. Omega with Predecessor is also working on a very Legacy style map, and you can kind of see how big it is just from that little map teaser clip that they had with Bing Mao and Severog.
Yeah,
You guys get a look at that shit?
Yeah, it's great. You know, I think there's I really like the jump pads in Monolith and, you know, that variation of Monolith, but you know, in the whole, I've always liked the Legacy map, and I'm really excited that both of them are going to work on that more of a Legacy feeling. Hopefully we have the red and blue side instead of the light and dawn side, because, you know, it's a lot easier to say there's enemy in our red jungle than there is an enemy in the red jungle, you know, closer to this camp. You know, like that. Yeah. That's what it turns into. So it made it. It was just a little bit ways of identifying where heroes were, and you know, that's cool. And then who didn't like running through the jungle? You know, you felt like you were in a jungle. So I'm definitely excited to see both of them are going for more of that Legacy style.
Yeah, definitely.
Mandy?
Looking good, yeah. I had kind of wrote in my little notes that obviously there wasn't much to judge, but just what you did see was beautiful. Looking really, really good. They're obviously doing some really great work over there.
Yeah, definitely.
And then after Smokey's done with the mural animations, they plan to work on active cards, the lobby system, lane minion AI rework, and yeah, that's what they're going to work on after Muriel. So we got some good things to expect and to watch on the stream if you guys follow the Predecessor's live streams.
You know, the one thing I hope he does is make it where minions can't walk into the tower. You know, like make it where they can't walk through the tower and then they're invincible. You know how they used to do that in Paragon, where just a little guy, you just walk into it and you couldn't do anything other than sit there and watch him beat your tower. I hope he changes that. I don't think either of y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, well, you know, it's just when they came out with the update, what was it, like V.44, when they changed the towers and the design and everything, just minions could walk straight through structures at that point, and it was really irritating. So, but yeah, a lot of cool things coming out of Omega, what Predecessor for sure.
So moving on to Undying, they've released more splash art. Last week was the malware splash art. This one is I don't know his name, but it's more splash art. I said it last time and I'll say it again. I think the splash art is really cool. Like, it looks badass. I don't think it makes for a great YouTube upload. I think it's something that should probably be reserved for their website. But if they're going to do YouTube, like when they released it on their Discord, they had the splash art and they had the backstory for that hero. If they could just like read the backstory in the background, maybe, or, you know, something like that, something that doesn't detract away from the beauty of the art, but also adds a little something interesting and gets people into it. Plus, they named it Grognark whatever animation. So when I clicked on it, I was expecting like animations, like with the Talos animations. And if you look through the comments, you can see a lot of people kind of thought that as well. So hopefully in the future we'll get just, you know, a little more gameplay footage from them, or if they do the splash art again, make it a little more interesting for viewers and catch people's interest a little better.
Yeah, the lore is absolutely crazy for Ethereal. Like, what was they've already got one guy with like 13, 14 pages of lore, like a whole novel wrote about him.
They him.
So yeah, they've definitely got some crazy lore. Yeah, Zero. I was gonna call him Ghost. I don't know why, but yeah, they've got a crazy amount of lore, and yeah, I'm right there with you. You know, a 5-minute video of an animation, you know, that's just kind of back and forth of, you know, like a 2-second clip going. You know, yeah, not the best upload, but you know, hey, at least we're seeing stuff out of them. You know, we went a long time without seeing anything, so at least they're slowly, you know, coming out with more and more content that, you know, we can pick apart and complain about.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point there, Pirate, because I actually was very unimpressed with the. God, I'm gonna get so many haters, but I literally wrote in my show notes, Grognark looks cool, I guess. The lore seems crazy detailed. That's cool, I guess. Like, I'm just not that impressed. But when you stop and think about how much work someone probably put into that, and I'm sure you know this, Pirate, with your animated, little thing that you were working on, the amount of work that someone probably put into that, I think I personally should probably show a little bit more appreciation for,
Oh yeah, there's no way I could create something like that, but yeah.
And then, like you said, at least we're getting something out of them.
I'm super hyped for Ethereal. Super hyped for Ethereal. Like, I love it. I love their lore. I love their hero design. I love everything about Ethereal. So anything I get out of them, I'm happy with.
You're happy.
The other thing they had was they're hiring marketing managers now. They put out a little blurb on their Discord saying that they're looking for marketing managers, which I think is a great sign. If they're looking for people to market the game, that obviously means that the game is going well.
Right.
And they're ready to start advertising it a little bit more.
Which, go ahead, Mandy.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think that was a very smart move, and a encouraging move. That if they need a marketing manager, they've got some marketing that needs managing. So that's
that's it. I mean, they've gotten to the point where that's going to help them. And if you're not excited about, it's probably not the flashiest thing ever, but it's something to definitely be excited for, because there is progress there. That's a big step from, getting somebody that's not developing the game to come and support the game. That's a huge step. So we're definitely seeing good progress with that.
Moving on to Visionary, contacted them. The only update that has was they wanted us to let you guys know that they're still moving kind of slow and steady. So they're still keeping their heads down, staying in the fight. They just kind of want to be able to release something a little more tangible before they release anything at all. So Visionary still in the fight, still rooting for him. Like I said, in the last time I was kind of just running on hopes for them, but it seems like they definitely have a far more solid foundation under them than they did a month ago.
Yeah, and I'm ready to go kill Lava Goliath monster, whatever he is. Dude, that looks so good, man. Yeah, that looks.
I forgot about Lava Goliath.
Yeah, he looks awesome, man. I'm definitely excited about them, and I'm glad to see that they are. They're bouncing back a little bit. That's really good to see. Like, I don't think anybody out there wants any of these games to fail, and so it's really good to see that. Yeah, they've kind of got another little gust of wind to continue pushing forward. And I'm really happy to see that. I'm so excited. Since day one, Phoenix Rising, the fire and everything, it just looked awesome, and I'm pumped for that.
Speaking of that Godzilla-like Prime character, I don't know if you guys knew this, but Metabuff used a part of his body as one of their cards.
Oh, did they really?
Did not know that.
Yep. Watch one of my videos and you'll see.
It's a mongoose thing.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay, so as I said before, we're going to try and branch out a little bit. We're still going to stick with the main Paragon inspired MOBAs that we're always tracking, but we're excited about other games and we want to talk to them. We just want to create a community where we just talk about games in general. And kind of an exciting game that's coming out. It's like a weird, like super MOBA kind of like tower defense crazy game that's coming out. It's called Kingshunt by Vaki Games. And I sat down with their creative director. Well, I didn't sit down with him. I actually I gave him the interview questions. He answered them, and I'm going to read them for you. They are Finnish. They're a bit difficult to understand, so I felt it would be best if I just read their answers for you guys. And let's go ahead and cue up that interview and enjoy. Question was, what's your position at Vaki Games? Hi everyone, I'm Timu Jyrkinen. I'm co-founder and creative director at Vaki Games. As the creative director, I will take the helm leading on all art aspects from the design and development of artwork to the general management and supervision over environment, character, visual effects, and animation. Question was, how would you describe Kingshunt to the uninitiated? Answer: Kingshunt is a large-scale multiplayer title that provides a melee-focused take on the hero shooter genre combined with dynamic tower defense and real-time strategy elements. Players take part in 5v5 objective-based matches with dozens of AI units set in a gorgeous medieval fantasy world. Utilizing Improbable's spatial OS platform, dozens of these arena battles all take place within the same physical map, leading up to 100 players and thousands of AIs in total per server. Each and every one of these is visible for all players, allowing for a massive visual spectacle. At the center of all these matches is a persistent Titan that interacts with each separate battle in real time. Question: a majority of our audience has a background in third-person MOBAs. Do you think Kingshunt will appeal to the MOBA community? Answer: I think so. Kingshunt is not a traditional battle arena game. Current MOBAs have been quite the same many years and players are looking for new challenges. Majority of our tester players are of old third-person MOBA players and they seem to love it so far. Most of us are old Paragon players and we are sad that Epic cancelled it. We want to make a battle arena game that we also want to play. Also, old Paragon and Gigantic players are looking for a bandage for third-person MOBA and Kingshunt will fill that. Question: what is the win condition for either side? Answer: defenders need to defend the Titan and Guardians with buildable defenses and traps until the attacker's reinforcements or ticks are depleted. Attackers need to push Guardians and defenses down with undead minion army before reinforcement ticks depletes. Question: you'll be able to control your character along with placing attacking and defending units. Will there be classes for these characters like tanks, mages, and the like? Answer: yes, absolutely. Different unique characters which have their own role in the battlefield, tanks, supports, healers, and specialists. Combat and movement abilities will be different for everyone and every character has a different playstyle. Our art style will be more darker than OT. Question: the map is separated into several 5v5 arenas, but they seem to be connected to a central hub. Will you be able to move from one arena to another, and if so, what's to prevent the attacking team from just deathballing? The answer was, yep, we have 10 arenas in one big landscape. Arenas are connected so they can actually see another match going on in the distance. Currently, only one player from the 5-man team can invade to the other arena and help fellow defender or attacker teams, similar to an invasion of a Dark Souls Phantom. Titan area is still in development and currently all the players can fight each other there as one big 50 versus 50 match. We will restrict areas to be more closed, but players can still see other matches happening. The question was, how exactly do you acquire the ability to summon in units to fight for you? The answer: every attacker player brings minions to the match. When the match starts, players can summon different minions to attack towers and guardians. Currently we have Undead Soldier, Undead Orc, and Ranged Mage in the game. During the match, players get more in-match currency to buy and upgrade these undead minions. On the defender side, every defender player has different towers and traps which they can place in the arena to block and defend guardians. Example, ranged siege golems and freeze traps. Our grand vision is that every player character has unique undead minion and tower which they bring to the game, so players need to work together as a team to win the game. Next question: our viewers would straight up murder me if I didn't ask. Do you plan to release the game on console? Also, will the game be available on Steam? Answer was, almost every player asked this. We will focus PC now, but consoles are still an open possibility. We are a small team and we don't want to focus on too many different things at once. Question was, when will the game be playable and how can people go about getting access to the game? Answer was, we are now organizing closed test sessions every 3 weeks and we will do bigger alpha and beta tests in 2019. Check out our webpage, www.kingshunt.com, for the updates and sign up. And finally, is there anything you would like to share with our community before you go? His answer was, we are looking for players to join our Discord community. We need lots of players to test massive arenas to make the game better. Every opinion matters. So there we have it, guys. They are actually looking for testers, chomping at the bit to get some more testers in to test their game out. I certainly will be playing this. You never know, this might become a staple in my gaming library. It certainly looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. All right, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that interview with Vaki Games about Kingshunt. Mandy, you did a video specifically on Kingshunt, didn't you?
I did, yeah. I don't even remember where I first heard about it. I just was like kind of perusing through YouTube and saw a little video of it, and I was like, I have to find out what this is. And I just kind of like took a chance and reached out to them, and they were so nice and so just were like, yeah, what information do you want? Here it is, have it, have game footage. And they were so cool. So yeah, that got me super pumped about this game. It is, I think what you said, a super MOBA is like the perfect way to describe it, because it's got all these elements of tower defense. There's like strategy and hack and
Multiple
slash
5v5.
and like it just seems like so crazy. I think like I think it was you commented on my video that it seemed crazy enough, just crazy enough to work. It does.
Yeah.
It seems like such a cool idea.
Yeah,
I'm really excited for this
it
one.
does. It looks really cool. I'm definitely excited to try it. Which oh, go ahead.
The footage that they showed that was in my video, he had told me, like, don't judge too much on this because this is pre-alpha stuff, but it already looked good. I mean, like, it looked great. Good. So that's also really cool because I am a little bit of a graphics snob, so I like that it's looking very good, looking beautiful.
I think all of us Paragon fans are kind of graphics snobs to an extent.
It was a beautiful game.
It was.
Which before, if y'all are interested, I'm going to leave a link in the description and links everywhere so y'all can join their Discord because you can get in there. You can sign up to participate in their pre-alpha testing. They are across the pond, so it takes place at like 4 in the morning here in America. But hey, you get to play a free game that, try it out. So links are in the description and everywhere else that I can put them.
All right, moving on. The discussion topic today is what was good, what we liked about version .42. Pirate and I actually had to pull up the patch notes and go through note by note to try and find anything, and we did. Pirate.
Yeah, we found crowns. Crowns were badass. Yeah, and the crazy thing is, it's not even in the patch notes. Like, me and Mongoose were talking, and I'm like, dude, didn't they introduce crowns then? And we had to go look at old, community corners to actually figure out that that's when V42 was when crowns came out. And dude, they were awesome. Like, if you didn't like them, don't use them. If you did like them, hey, you got something to work towards. Greatest thing to come out of V42.
Kind of ties into I went through some patch notes myself and kind of typed up some quick little show notes for me to reference. And the main thing that I liked about V42, and again, this was a stretch. This was having to find something to like. The mastery rework, where you could actually, if you mastered a character, there was more to do. You could continue to work towards a higher tier of mastery on that character. Because before it was once you mastered someone, there was you didn't even get a chest at the end of the game, no rewards or anything like that. So that was cool. See,
I don't know. I thought getting the skin was pretty cool with the mastery because originally it took 150 games to get a master. It took forever to get a master.
It took a while.
And then when V42 came out, it was much faster to get a master. But yeah, you had a lot more levels. But it gave you something to work towards. Yeah, I think having a progression system in a non-progression game is awesome. It gives you something to work towards. And I've even said before about crowns and banners to where they could make an achievement in the game, get 25 last hits in the first 5 waves of minions, and boom, you get a new crown or a new banner or something like that. I think that'd be awesome. It'd give people something to work towards. And, just like the Call of Duty little tags, you mindlessly, oh, I gotta get 10 more headshots. You just mindlessly do that. I think that'd be cool to see. But, yeah, V42 was pretty... the new movement speed, the new attack speeds, a lot of the changes that we saw out of V42, I think most people had negative opinions about them.
They could name that patch version 42, the beginning of the end.
The last hope, right?
I think I literally have a picture on my Instagram. Shameless plug. It was one of my last games that I played before V42 dropped, and I literally said, this could change everything. This could be the beginning of the end for them. And I mean,
yeah, it did. I mean, they could have changed the name of the game to Nanapa or something. And boom, hey, no one would even know because
it was a different game.
Yeah, it was a different game.
I know a lot of people enjoyed the 3-card system, so that would be a positive for those who did enjoy it. I didn't, I'm an old school 6-card kind of guy, but
yeah,
if you did enjoy that new card system, I guess that's fine.
I got used to it. I don't know if that's a positive or not, but
yeah. I think there a lot of the new people that came in, they like the new card system, but that was it. It was like it or don't. I don't know. I didn't have a positive opinion about the system, but it was mainly because every card was an active card. Every card was game changing, and it wasn't just a steady increase. V42 really changed the game from outplaying people to out-iteming people, if that makes sense. And that I didn't really like that. If you put Shadow Dancer and Atomic Soldier in Vader Mage on count, she could kill anybody instantly. And before it at least took her full rotation to kill somebody. So I don't know. I think they just changed completely the core fundamentals of the game, not just with the card system, but just with how everything was played. That attack speed, which with the videos in that we've seen from Meta Buff, it kind of looks like they're going with a more attack speed, more focused around V42 and less around early Monolith, and definitely not Legacy. So something to keep in mind about that too. What else?
Just off topic, but who did you guys have mastered? Since we were talking about masteries earlier.
You want to go first, Pirate?
So I had most of the mid laners.
All of them.
Yeah, I had most of the mid laners and all the supports. Chimera and Grux. And then Twin Blast and Murdoch.
I think it would have been easier to say who didn't you have mastered.
It's been so I had 9 Smurf accounts, so it's kind of hard for me to remember all of them. But yeah, on my main account, I want to say I probably had about half of them mastered, like Quang, Rampage, Severog. I never played those guys. I didn't play Sparrow just because she was Order and not Chaos, and the heroes I played the crap out of. The heroes I didn't play, I never touched. So, what about you, Mandy? How many do you have? I know Sparrow.
Mine's real easy. I had Sparrow, Phase, and Twin Blast.
Hey!
Like I said, I literally only played carry and support, and I only played Phase as support. I didn't play. I tried, not Bellica, Decker. Yeah, I tried Decker and I tried Muriel, but I don't know. I loved Phase. She was my girl and Sparrow was my girl. And I had so much fun playing as Twin Blast. He was, I think, the most fun character to play, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he was
even more than Sparrow?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. He was just fun. I liked doing my little rock.
Very fidgety.
Yeah, it was good. I liked it.
I had Decker Steel. I had Sparrow, Twin Blast, and Murdoch. Richter.
I was gonna say, surely Richter was in there.
Yeah, Richter, of course. Crunch, the Fae. And I think the last one I mastered was Shinbi. There's probably another one in there somewhere. But yeah, I'd like to be a special little snowflake. Not a lot of people had Richter, Crunch, and the Fae mastered.
Yeah, definitely not. Oh yeah, I did. I played Fae a little bit. I don't think I ever mastered her, but
the Fae.
She was one of the first ones that I started playing. Yeah. But I don't know. I just
I got
with a bow and arrow was for me.
I remember I got to.
I probably just went dark, didn't I?
No, you're good. Back before it all changed. I remember when it was the little triangle that you had to fill up, and I was like one tick away from hitting level 8 with Crunch, and then they came out with V42 and everything changed, and he dropped down to like level 1, and I never touched him again.
His mastery skin was so cool too.
Dude,
I definitely see his mastery.
I loved Crunch. Crunch was so much fun to play.
I think Mal mastered too.
Yeah, I didn't play it whole. I was terrible at the solo lane, so I just didn't play it all that much.
Aww.
Greystone, I can mindlessly swing my sword. I'm good at that, but everything else. Oh, before I forget, we're talking about masteries. I mastered FaZe before Wukong came out. I was so proud of that. 3 weeks I mastered her. Oh man, I grinded her out. Oh,
Yes,
she
you
like
did.
I loved FaZe, even though she was broken as crap. I loved her.
La, 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 la.
Oh, she was. Did you play that first variation? Like her blind was like the size of the map.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was so broken.
It was actually blinding. It was giving people headaches.
Yeah, oh yeah, and it used to make your screen white. Oh,
Moving
man.
on, we're going to go to our viewer ideas. The viewer idea that we had was from Joycenator Gaming. Joycenator's been a long time sub of mine, and he streams. He streams a lot of Call of Duty, Blackout, a lot of Madden, some Siege, a little bit of Fortnite. he's got to step away.
I'm already going to not like his idea.
But yeah, shout out to my boy Joycenator. I enjoy watching his streams. But his idea was that these games include better tutorials than Paragon had, and I think he makes a really good point with that. Paragon never had a good tutorial that really. There were people that never played MOBAs coming to Paragon, and they never did just a basic here's how you play MOBAs tutorial.
Mhm.
And I think that a lot of these games are going to need that.
Well, with pretty much Heroes of the Storm, League, any style kind of MOBA, I think are lacking in guides. And I said this a while back. I really hope I want people to stay in game to learn how to play the game. I want you to, every match you get a little bit better, and you can go, oh yeah, what was the time on that or whatever, and you click on this page in game and it tells you everything. I really like that. That's one thing Smite does fairly decently with like their God Builder and things like that. But I would like it even more. Tell me when river buffs spawn in. Tell me all these times. Don't force me to go watch someone's content on YouTube to learn how to play the game. And I think that's one thing Paragon did. And sure, I might be talking myself out of a job, but that's fine. As long as people are enjoying the game more, that's what I want. And I'm 100% on board. I really, really do hope that they focus on making very good guides for new players. Because again, what was it, like 75% of Paragon's player base were PlayStation 4 players. PlayStation 4 players have no idea what a MOBA is. So let's help them get better. And by helping them get better, you're going to make them want to spend more money on your game and make it succeed. What do you think, Matey?
I agree 100% that there should be a better tutorial. But I also think it's a fine line they have to walk, because I was someone who came in never playing a MOBA, and so I went through the Paragon tutorial and was like, cool. But they never explained like what a carry role is, what a mid lane. They didn't really explain that, so I didn't know. I just played Sparrow and was running around in the jungle. Like, I had no idea what I was doing, and I'm sure people were like, oh my god, what is she doing? So that could have been avoided if that would have been explained. However, I do have to say, I don't want a really long, involved, massive tutorial where it's sensory overload, because I started trying to play, correct me if I'm wrong, I want to say it's Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah, they have a huge tutorial.
I was like, I thought I was through with the tutorial, and then they're like, part two. I'm like, I think I'm done here. I don't even think I made it through the second part of the tutorial, because I was like, I just want to play. But granted, maybe that's because now I have a little bit of knowledge. So it's a fine line they have to walk. You don't want to give too much, but you want to give a good base knowledge, which shouldn't be too hard to do.
What I've seen some games do, when you load up, it asks, are you a MOBA veteran or are you a MOBA noob? And their tutorial kind of reflects that.
Which, didn't Paragon start doing that, but it didn't really do anything. It just asked you. Like,
I never made it.
I'm pretty sure Paragon did that, and I don't think it changed anything. You could, and it was just that one lane where you fought against Steel, and as soon as you basic attack Steel, he'd wander away. I think, But again, just like Smite has like this page. It's like the tutorial page, and it's got little videos that they're like 1-minute videos. So if you want to learn something, you can go. You don't have to leave the game. You can watch, like, what are towers? Click on the tower video, and it tells you.
That'd be a good plan.
You know, I think, you know, there aren't a whole lot of things that I just love about Smite, but that's definitely one of them. Is that they have the information in the game to help you play it better, and I really like that.
Okay, I think that's going to close it out for the viewer ideas. Do you guys have any videos coming out that you guys want to plug? You want to plug your Instagram again, Mandy?
We'll throw a link down in the.
I'm working on the next episode of what I call it, The Adventures of Didion and the Mistress, and I spelled her name wrong. But well, it's Mistress because I was planning on having her be the crappy one. But I think Didion being an idiot is awesome because that sounds like a dumb name. But
videos coming out, Mandy?
No, because I'm being a real procrastinator and not working on it too hard, so I don't want to plug it and then never come.
What do you got coming up, Mongoose?
Well, for the Minions, we're going to be switching it up. We're going to start streaming next week. We'll start streaming on Wednesday nights and then premiering on Thursdays. So that's one change. I'm also going to start only releasing my videos on Wednesdays and Thursdays. So I don't know. That's about the only thing I really got. So I think that's it for plugs. This video today was brought to you by Quickie BJ's. Quickie BJ's, the only convenience store associated with the BJ's wholesale outlet. Come on by and get a tank of gas and a 10-pound box of beef jerky. Quickie BJ's, we're not what you think. That's it for the Minions. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to stick around, if you're watching the stream on Twitch, we're going to go ahead and start hanging out with you guys. If you're watching the video on the premiere, this is the end. Sorry. And if you're watching the video, yeah, still, it's just the end. So, yeah, come hang out with us in chill time. So that's all. See you folks later.
Alrighty.
Mangoose.